guys, welcome back to the GSTL. I am Wolf, and with me is Doa.
Yeah.
We are in the Jupiter week 6, I believe, maybe it's 7. I lost track, there's too many. Tell your guys.
Well,
tell your friends to buy the premium pass. There's so many weeks of the GSTL, it's definitely worth buying.
someday, Wolf, I hope there are enough players that we can have one day of the team league for every one of the Sailor Scouts, not just Jupiter and Venus. That's right.
I actually didn't watch that show because I didn't have cable television, but I know
My sisters watched it.
I watched Arthur, Friends. I watched
That's a good
Jackie
show.
Chan Adventures, Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched Pokemon, Digimon, and all that stuff.
Dude, I'm so much older than you.
I know.
I watched like Thundercats and He-Man.
I watched those shows too when I went to my friend's house. I watched them on Boomerang.
Oh.
Where you could like watch the reruns.
Boomerang? Yeah.
Boomerang is actually a really cool show to go to if you want to experience what older cartoons are like. And they're really good, man. They're really funny. I love that channel.
Back in my day, watch the Thundercats. They taught us lessons.
I don't know if Thundercats are on Boomerang. I don't remember where I watched them. It might have been Tsunami or something.
Dude, there's a
like
new
that.
Thundercats show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gotta watch that. It actually looks really good. I think it's made by the same people that made Avatar, but you know what? It's a game of StarCraft 2 that's about to start.
Is Ryung like putting his contacts in now?
Really? Well, you want to be able to see the screen. I mean, can't blame him for that. But the game is starting right now. Head-to-head, Ryung versus Hongin on Crevasse. Doa and Wolf. Casting GSTL. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Prime? Is it going to be SlayerS? We're about to find out. I was doing a little guitar motions with the song. It's so awesome.
It's a good intro.
I used to play a lot of guitar. Here's a guy, I don't know if he plays guitar, but he plays StarCraft 2 really well. He's on the team SlayerS. He is. I didn't give you a lot of time.
Don't worry about it. There's no intro. You can actually talk as long as you
They've
want.
been cutting it off on you a lot lately, too. I've been watching at home. And here is our Orange Protoss player. Can he bring it home for the team Prime? He is. Mr.
Hongun Prime Week.
Holman Prime Week.
That's right.
Try to imitate the Korean, like the Korean stream is obviously playing at the same time, and I can kind of hear it in the background in the studio.
Yeah, we can kind of time it out. We can hear when the names are going to start,
Yeah.
you know? There's that sound effect.
So guys, well, during the break, I told Doa that I know how this game is going to go.
That's right.
And I told him that's going to be some sort of blink all-in from Hongin versus either a one-rack CC or a CC first. It looks like it is going to be, there's at least a barracks. If he takes a gas, I'll actually like jump up and down on the stage and go crazy because it's like doesn't make any sense for him to go gas on Crevasse. Hongin is going to be going Nexus first, but he can still do a Blink Stalker all-in. We may not see Blink Stalkers, though, after the Nexus first. I didn't expect to see one from him, but this is what we're going to see. But I wrote it down on a piece of
he's gonna
paper,
go
guys,
Nexus
so if
first.
he does do some sort of Blink all-in,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to hold up the paper and be like, I told you guys.
I told him to write it down.
He told me to write it down.
If you're right, you can hold it up and it'll be like that trick that magicians do, where it's like they have the envelope and they pull it out and it's something you've already said. It's exactly like that, Wolf. Obviously.
Obviously.
So, Hongin, he's getting a gas. You need gas to go Blink Stalkers. So that's a step in the right direction for Wolf's prediction. And yeah, one rack CC from Ryung. Predicted that part right.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much any Terran who knows anything in StarCraft 2 will do that on this map.
Yeah, I mean, Crevasse, I'm actually not a big fan of playing on it, but I like watching games on it. You can get that really, really easy natural expansion. It's relatively easy to defend. But you and I were talking about this too, that it's another map where you can really abuse the Void Rays on.
Yeah, the backdoor expansion, for one, is really abusable by Void Rays. You can actually warp units onto the high ground using a pylon, using that same Void Ray vision, and then go back there. Additionally, you can see the all-in that Inca likes to do on this map against Rain. Specifically, he's done it against Rain on 2 specific occasions, where you hide 2 Stargates, make about 5 or 6 Void Rays, try to charge them up on your opponent's rocks, and then go for an all-in with the charged up Void Rays. That so far hasn't worked, but people have tried it.
Someday it'll work. Maybe. So, a couple more barracks going down. Pretty standard openings from both players. Hongin actually has taken his 3rd gas, the high yield gas, at the natural expansion. So, whatever he's going to be doing, it's going to be using a lot of gas, such as Blink Stalkers.
Well, you know,
he's not putting down a lot of gateways.
I can't always be right. We might not be seeing Blink
I'm
Stalkers.
pulling for you, Wolf. I hope you're right.
Blink Stalkers are really good on this map, though.
Yeah.
They're very mobile, and of course, even if you don't do an all-in with the Blink Stalkers, it's good to have them on this map. They're very mobile, especially in the mid to late game.
Now, I kind of would have liked to see Ryung look at those gases first before he went up to the natural. I think he knows he's going to be able to do it later, but you're right there. You know, maybe he's not going to be able to do it later, actually.
Yeah, he might get blocked from seeing these gases right now.
I don't know. Oh, no, he's not going to see either of them. All right, so, yeah. Better to move that SCV down a couple more inches.
I love whenever that happens, the Observer and I both go and click on like the same structure and then go back and check the vision.
Yep. We got Startail Legend back there showing us what's happening in the game.
Yeah, really friendly guy.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to play tomorrow in the Team League. No, he can't because he's doing the observing.
Yep, that's right. It's kind of sad. Oh, hey, look at that. 2 Stargates.
Okay.
It is going to be that.
So he's going to do a Void Ray all in.
Yeah.
He's not going to hide them over like, for example, at the backdoor expansion of the top left position. That's normally where they're hidden in these positions.
Now,
but even so, they're going to be hidden from view.
Yeah, Ryung's getting stim really, really fast, too. That's the perfect thing to do in this case. The only thing is that his units might be completely out of position when these Void Rays come. Although if he can get to the base of Hongin, he can put on enough pressure to keep the Void Rays there. But either way, I mean, Ryung's got a pretty good chance. Oh, Phoenixes.
Coming out. What's he going to make 2?
Yeah.
This is something new.
There's...
Now, Phoenixes have been used in all sorts of TVP situations before. There's the late game 2 Stargate Phoenix.
Yeah.
Which you can use to kill Vikings when you have Colossi out. There's the early 1 Stargate Phoenix that you can do, where you kind of harass a little bit, keep your opponent's base. Then there's the new Phoenix, like 2-base Phoenix, where you make 2 Stargates and do a lot of crazy things with Phoenixes that I have not seen before. But I really like this. It's a map that could really be catered towards this.
There was a game, and I'm almost positive it was in the GSL at some point, where a player did this. They went mass Phoenixes, went in and killed like all the probes at the natural, and just set their opponent that far behind with it that they were able to come back and win, shortly later with a big push. I want to say that was a GSL match, but I might be wrong. I might have seen that in a different tournament.
That sounds like TSL material to me. I think that might have been in the TSL.
Pretty quick Ghost Academy for Ryung.
Yeah. The Ghost Academy, you actually predicted earlier that he was going to go fast Ghost, which is really his style.
He loves those fast Ghosts.
And that's actually pretty good against Phoenixes, because you knock out the shields, not only that, but you knock out the energy of the Phoenixes as well when you EMP them.
Not only that, but Ghosts also do plus damage to light armor units,
What is this, man? What is this? Is he going to go for like a Phoenix timing attack? No, he's going to go harass. I was like, he's like waiting really long, man.
He's just going to try to kill all the SCVs at the natural expansion.
And I think he will.
I think so too. And Ryung knows it, pulling back all the SCVs.
Yeah, but
Marines.
There aren't even enough Marines there. If he actually had started picking those up, things could have gotten really nasty.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of SCVs. Could EMP all these Phoenixes. No! Picks up the Ghost. Oh, look at that.
He got every single
Phoenix
one.
EMP'd. He's like, oh, wait, I can't harass anymore.
Yeah. Wow, that was a great EMP. And Ryung did such a great job of waiting until the exact moment where they were all grouped up. Everybody micros their Phoenixes like that. And yeah, Hongin just kind of has to go home for now. Or at least get out of the base anyway.
He's going to actually start moving out on the map. I think this is a bad idea.
Yeah, Twilight
Phoenixes don't have enough energy to really participate in this fight just yet, but he does force a summon all of these units. Force fields them out as well. He needs to go home.
I thought the units were going to get through, but the last force
field
going to stop
things. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
Run home, Hongin. Run home, Hongin. And he is home, but is it going to matter? Here comes Ryung. He's already stimmed once. So those units, yeah, and Ryung, I think, is probably just going to pull back. He's in a very precarious spot right now. I mean, he can't really stim too much more.
Oh, I thought the Phoenixes were getting Ghost. Nope. He's
Ghosted.
Okay. Don't worry.
The Phenai are flying across the map right now. They're going to try to do some more damage.
Yeah, now they have enough energy, but is he going to fly and get impeded? Is that what's going to happen?
They could lift the Ghost too if he's not careful.
What is going on? He's not controlling his Phoenixes very well.
He's just kind of showing him off.
Yeah, he's asking to get EMP'd. The Ghost doesn't have enough energy.
Well, I mean, he might rather have those Phoenixes EMP'd than the Zealots right now, honestly. Third command center for Ryung and a couple more barracks. So he's just going to go basically with a ton of bio right now. Just try to power off 3 bases. 1 Marine, getting a short flight lesson before dying.
I think we're going to see a fast-ish third here from Hong. It's not even that fast. Why is
look
this
at that.
happening?
Oh,
What
no.
is going on? I can't believe I'm watching this.
Wow. Maybe Hongin's the one who needs to put in his contacts before the game, man.
Yeah, maybe, man. He's going to stop this command center from going up. No, he's not. He did it a second too late.
Yep. Picking things off here and there. That unfortunately
Playing very
does not.
sloppy. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, really. Oh, and he's actually losing a couple more Phoenix right now at the top of the map. We didn't get a shot of it, but he's down to just 5 right now. 3rd command center going up for Hongin, and he's really just got a bunch of Zealots. Is charge finished yet?
Yeah, just
I think it is. Okay, good. So that's going to help a little bit, but yeah.
Those
couple
Phoenixes, yeah, he's just making a ton of Zealots. Look at that.
Yeah, and I mean that's good against bio, but you can still, if the bio army is large enough, you still micro against it.
Exactly.
And Crevasse
That's
is the
gonna be
type of
the
map
problem.
where you can't get this around.
But
really
Temple
tough.
Arcades is on the way. As far as upgrades go, he's got +1 armor. His
And
opponent has +1 weapons.
I like this right now. Ryung's pushing down the map. That's really what he needs to do right now. He can't give Hongin the time to get Storm up.
Losing a Stalker there.
Yep.
He wants to try to maybe hit some medevacs with these Phoenixes. He's actually going to take the Watchtower
that's-
here with the Phoenixes.
That's true.
If at best, he wants to pick up a Ghost and kill it, but it's going to be very difficult to do. He's going to have to sacrifice a Phoenix or 2 maybe to do that. So he's just keeping Ryung back. Both players just kind of poking with their armies, scaring, as I like to say, beating their chests a little bit, trying to scare them. They're like guerrilla armies.
Yep.
About to be Planet of the Apes here on Crevasse.
That's right. You gonna see that movie when it comes out?
Yeah, I actually just heard about that yesterday.
Oh, really?
I was hanging out with Tasteless, and
It might be kind of cool. I don't
yeah,
know.
he was the one who just like let me know that it existed. I actually never watched the original one, I guess you could say.
Tasteless just walks up to you. He's like, "Hey, did you know they're remaking Planet of the Apes?"
It wasn't like that, man.
It's like, that's kind of random.
No, he didn't. He was just like calling me. He was like, "Hey, Wolf, he's like, you want to go on a mandate and see?" No, it wasn't like that.
I never saw the originals either, but I kind of like the idea of the story. It's kind of cool.
These High Templar want to feed back some ghosts.
Drop for Ryung, about to get to the natural expansion.
Yeah, it's very
of Hongin.
surprising he's able to get away with this, even with Phoenixes patrolling around.
Yeah.
Forcing the probes to leave here. Phoenix is coming back to clean up the dropship, killing a few probes.
He actually didn't drop off all the Marines there. Some of them were allowed to die in the medevac. And yeah, Marines getting lifted. That's going to be left less graviton beams that he can use later on.
Ryung's passivity has actually led this into being a game where
Yeah.
it's very close, despite that huge Phoenix investment earlier on. He's going to pick up these Marines. You guys didn't get a shot of it. He picked up the rest of the Marines that were in the drop.
I was really, really hoping Ryung was going to push back when I mentioned that he was moving down the side of the map.
Yeah, because with that drop, it distracts his opponent. He could have gone home, but are all these Phoenixes going to get EMP'd?
One is going to get killed.
Sees the movements.
Now
of
Ryung has taken a 4th too.
Let me give you guys a unit count here. Just tell
Whoa.
you guys, we've got 48 Zealots. That's
a lot of
48.
Zealots,
That's
man.
2 less than 50. 48
is.
Zealots, 3 Archons, 3 Sentries, and 4 High Templar. 0 Stalkers. None of those. We don't need those. 46 Marines, 9 Ghosts, and 14 Marauders.
Really
Whoa.
kind of down to just 2 Phoenixes, and not going to be able to do a whole lot with that. One's going to die to a missile turret. There it just dies. You didn't get a shot of it, but yeah. So that's a ton of Zealots right now. Both players are getting pretty close to maxed out. Hongin is a little bit ahead. And here comes some Ghosts. Can they get some good EMPs? There's no detection. Oh, EMPing the High Templar and a lot of those Zealots. And here comes Ryung. He's going to bait the Zealots. No more spread there. That is perfect. Getting the Zealots to group up and then EMPing. But
Storming
Storm
is
is
his
finished.
Zealots.
Oh man, this is going to be close, but I think Ryung might maybe come out on top.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to just barely, with more reinforcements coming to flank. The coast is lifted. He just has too many units.
And Ryung's going to be able to reinforce a lot faster than Hongin does. If he presses this attack, he might be able to win this game.
I think he just might.
Oh man.
That was just terrible. That one storm changed the entire game. Storming on top of the Zealots. I mean, he didn't intend to do that, but that's how it ended up, and he hit no Terran units and was damaging his own Zealots.
Ryung actually played this absolutely perfectly. When you see your units spread out in a situation like that, you start the attack, you get maybe one EMP on the biggest clump, then you pull back, and all the units group up and let you EMP all of them much more efficiently.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Doa dropping some sick knowledge on you guys, telling you guys how to engage TVP.
I've been practicing a lot, man. I'm improving. Just wait.
He is, man. He was playing against some of our Korean casters earlier and winning some games.
Yeah, I actually took a game off a couple of them. So.
Well, this is kind of funny. This is like watching a tenth of Ryung's army fight like 5 Zealots.
Yeah. He's kind of maybe not following this up the best way, but I think he's going to be able to overrun him. One Phoenix is like, I'm the last Phoenix. I'm going to win the game. I don't know if that's going to happen, though.
No, I don't. Yeah, it's not.
So Ryung's got really good micro. And Archon and some Zealots are going to find that out right now.
Dropping the mules.
GG. Look at that. SlayerS is not out yet, Wolf.
Well, you know, that was a very well executed attack by Ryung. Good cloak. He scanned and he said, you know, one thing I noticed about your army is you don't have any observers.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's what happened in this game. Hong was like, I'm not sure what I want to build, okay? So he opens up the help menu. It shows all the units and what they beat and stuff. And Billy Mays is there, and he points at most of the units. He says, you don't need all these. You only need the Zealot. And he like gives this commercial about the Zealot. And so then Hongan's like, all right, I'm just going to make Zealots. And Billy Mays is like, well, you know, Zealots go really well with Archons and High Templar, but you know, he like points to the Stalker, the Void Ray, he points to the Sentry. He's like, you don't need all these. No, you don't want them. So only the Zealot, man. That's the Zealot replaces everything.
Zealots are the OxyClean of PvT. You heard it here.
They clean things up pretty fast, actually.
I thought I was dropping some knowledge, man. Wolf dropped some knowledge. You know what that reminds me of? There is a mascot for a Wi-Fi thing here in Korea called Wybro. He's called Wybro, and he's actually sort of someone who looks exactly like Bob Ross. If a lot of you guys, I'm sure, know who Bob Ross. He's the painter. He's like, we're gonna put a happy tree right here.
Yes.
When I've been streaming, I've actually been called the Bob Ross caster because when I stream my own games, I like sound really happy when I'm doing everything. So,
so funny. You guys Google Wybro. Actually, just Google Wybro. Just do it right now.
He's named Wybro. Yeah. Which is if I make a
like
Smurf
an
account,
kind of, and he's like painting like 3G all over Soul. It's KT actually that does this. Ole KT.
He actually looks exactly like Bob Ross too. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And then you see pictures of him
like popping up out of the side, and there's like 80 Bob Ross looking guys that are Wybros.
He'll be like dancing around and stuff. This is what happens when I ride the subway in Seoul right now. I get on and I see a Wybro advertisement, and then I start laughing like a madman, and all the Korean people are like, "Who's this weird foreigner?" It's just like laughing randomly. I'm like,
I don't know if you know
Wybro.
this, but. Of course, Wybro is a kind of like a mascot for Ole KT in Korea, which is a Korean wireless company and cell phone company. And you can actually get an Ole ebook and read books on it. It's one of our sponsors.
Yeah, that's right. They're a sponsor. Yeah. And it's going to be Darius. Nope, maybe not. Wrong booth.
Darius, you can't go around the back. It's like going behind the school bus. You just can't do that. You're not allowed to.
We need a head ref here to show him where to go. He found his booth. Is he going to find victory, Wolf?
Now, you guys probably remember Terius. He played in, I believe, Open Season 2 and 3.
Yeah, he's been around.
He used the name Terius Foyu back then.
Yeah.
Because he was in the Foyu clan.
That's right.
This guy's pretty good. I've actually played against this guy on the ladder a few times. I've beaten him with some 4-gates, but
how dare
I don't think Ryung's going to be 4-gating this time.
I think it's pretty much impossible.
Yeah. He might be cheating.
Gerard in there, giving him some points. He's patting him on the back, giving him a little bit of massage. He's got some Gatorade in there, made by Pepsi, sponsor of the GSL.
Yeah, we like plugged all the sponsors today, man.
Yeah.
Don't forget G-Skill.
G-Skill, dude.
Make your computer smarter and faster.
Mostly faster?
Yeah. Computers actually don't have any intelligence. They only have the intelligence that you give them, that you program into them.
Optimus. This looks like they're sending out Pokemon right there. Actually, that looks like a card. Is that Pokemon or is that Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know. It's Pokemon, but I can't see it anymore. He's like hiding it. He's embarrassed now that he says Pokemon. He's like, no, don't think that. And he hides it. We can't be sure.
Optimus is like, Clefairy, roll out. Oh, man. We have fun. The GSL.
I do have so much fun. It's good to cast with you here, Doa.
Yeah,
glad to have you out here, man.
Too, Wolf. So, Terius Foyu, this is a Zerg player. This is going to be the first Zerg we've seen today, man. Which is okay, because I play Terran, you play Protoss. We don't need to see Zergs. But, you know, for the fans, there's some Zerg players out there.
That guy there at the back of the booth, he like his reflection was there. He wanted to see that Zerg. It looks like he was peeking around. And he's like, I need to see a Zerg. Hold on. Okay, I've seen one.
It's like the creepy distraction for the players. SlayerS is sending like random fans to kind of stare at Terius.
Terius is a really good player. I'm kind of excited to see how he's going to do here in TVP, or ZVP, I'm sorry. We've seen TVPs a lot today, but this is not going to be one of them.
We have seen a lot of TVPs. Actually, we've seen one TVT and then only TVPs up to this point, but this is going to be a TVZ, and I actually love casting TVZ. I actually love casting all of the Terran matchups. Love casting all of StarCraft too, but mostly the ones with Terrans in them.
Well, guys,
Stella is like, hey, I play Zerg. Here's exactly how to beat this guy.
Guys, this is going to be Belcher Beach, a map that's historically bad for Terran in this matchup.
And a lot of Zergs love this map lately.
Yeah. So it's a great map choice. Only Zerg that, or the only Terran that can win on this map is QXC. And he can follow up by beating everyone else that IM sends out against him. But IM actually, when we were playing against IM, QXC practiced against so many different Zergs on Belcher Beach. He played like over 100 games.
Wow.
And QXC actually showed in that game how to play on this map. You have to be really turtley and defensive. And basically your goal is to push towards that gold base. If you can take the gold, you've got an offensive position and you have a third base that's really strong. Then from there, you get aggressive and you take your fourth. But you don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to stick your hands out. You don't want to pull a lean octopus and try to stretch your forces out.
Don't want to have too many prongs.
No, don't want to have too many prongs.
Nope.
You can never have too many prongs. Yeah. But you don't want to try to have too many prongs.
That's right.
On that map, as a Terran, you have to play a little bit turtly. You have to make sure counterattacks can't hit you because it's really easy to counterattack on this map. There's so many different pathways. And before this map was changed, there were even more pathways for Zerg to counterattack.
Yeah, this map is actually really good for Zerg. We've just kind of told you a lot of reasons why. It's very open, too. It's really easy to get flanks on this map. The natural is fairly well defended, I would say. Some people, when it first came out, they're like, oh, there's a lot of ways to get into the natural, but that's kind of actually one of the strengths for Zerg, is that they can get that good positioning. You know, it's really hard to get good force fields on a Zerg natural if you're a Protoss player, and it's hard to not get surrounded if you're a Terran player. But we're going to have to see if that's going to be enough to get Prime the win. Ryung versus Terius here at the GSTL with Doe and Wolf. Thanks for watching, guys. This game's going to be great. I can feel it.
Let's get into it.